Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram.
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram.
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram.
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। शीला प्रभुपाद की जय। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू assembled devotees. Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from Texas Call Station, welcoming all of you to Bhakti Sanga conference call. I thank all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy name which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the name of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or to be independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the order of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activity karma kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not to have a complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Let us move on to our next part of the session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all joined this morning?
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Preeti Dasi from Shah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day, giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Arvind Das from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Arvindaksha Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining and giving your association every single day. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yeshimati Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association every single day. Welcome to the call, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all Guru Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. This is Radha Pyari Devidasi from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Radha Pyari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day, giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day, blessing all of us with your sweet association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Shama Gauri Devidasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shyam Gauri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association. Welcome to the call and happy New Year. Gudi Padwa. Okay. To you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, happy Ugadi to you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Wish you the same. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead. Okay. Um, I will just post this link in the group. Okay. So I will post it. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead. Okay, otherwise I'll start the recording. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sanga conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Arjun Ishwar Prabhuji to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 15th chapter, 71 verse. Before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I would like to read the introduction of our Prabhuji. Very brief introduction. Prabhuji is currently serving at ISKCON NVCC Pune as a full-time celibate from 2012. He got in connection with ISKCON in 2007. He has worked as a software engineer at Tata CMC and security automation engineer at Reliance Group Support. He has been a good teacher and trainer for youth in the matter of spiritual teachings and practices, um, respectively for youth and corporates. He conducts a regular courses based on teaching of Bhagavad Gita, namely Discover Yourself, Gita for All Mates is Easy Gain, Leadership Sutra, Hard Facts, etc. He had been a spiritual mentor and caregiver to youth and youth of RVC and Pets College in Bangalore for almost 3 years. In Pune, he has been running a corporate center where 15 to 20 corporates would get regular spiritual and managerial and leadership training and education. From last 2 years, he has been actively involved as a value education teacher for children from ages 10 to 15 years. He regularly conducts classes, namely e-Gurukul and Value of Life for school children, along with his value education team for last 10 years. He has been conducting value education contests at various schools of India. Yeah, we are really very fortunate to have Prabhuji on the call. I don't think Prabhuji joined. We will pause the recording. Is there anyone who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead. Okay, then I will chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare 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 Krishna. Prabhuji joined. Yeah, just saw Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, yeah, I see you on camera. Just give me a minute. I'll spotlight you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for giving your valuable time and association this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 15th chapter, 71 verse, Prabhuji. I will hand over the call to you.
Mataji, till what time?
1 hour, Prabhuji. From now to 1 hour, the class is. And then later we have question and answers. After
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will start with the prayers. Just 1 minute, I will start. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखावितांश्च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरतुषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So, welcome all the devotees here for Srimad Bhagavatam class. So, yes. So, I have been given the topic 7th canto, 15th chapter, 71 shloka. So, I will share with you the screen. So, we will, you can recite keeping yourself muted. एकदा देव सत्रे तु गंधर्वाप्सरसां गणाः उपहुता विश्वसृग्भिर्हरिगाथोपगायने। एकदा देवसत्रे तु गंधर्वा अप्सरसां गणाः उपहुता विश्वसृग्भिर्हरिगाथोपगायने। Ekada, once upon a time, Deva Satre, in the assembly of demigods, two indeed, Gandharva of the inhabitants of Gandharva Loka, Apsarasam, the inhabitants of Apsara, Apsara Lok, Gana, all Upahutah were invited, Vishwa Srigabhi, by the great demigods known as Prajapatis, Hari Gatha Upagayane, on the occasion of kirtan for glorifying the Supreme Lord. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Translation: once there was a Sankirtan festival to glorify the Supreme Lord in an assembly of the demigods, and the Gandharvas and Apsaras were invited by the Prajapatis to take part in it. Purport: Sankirtan means chanting of the holy name of the Lord. The Hare Krishna moment is not a new moment, as people sometimes mistakenly think. The Hare Krishna moment is present in every millennium of Lord Brahma's life, and the holy name is chanted in all the higher planetary systems, including Brahmalok and Chandralok, not to speak of Gandharvalok and Apsaralok. The Sankirtan moment that was started in the world 500 years ago by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is therefore not a new movement. Sometimes because of our bad luck this moment is stopped, but Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his servants again start the moment for the benefit of the entire world, or indeed the entire universe. Okay. So this is the chapter named Instruction for a Civilized Human Beings. Narad Muni is telling to Yudhishthir Maharaj how the civilized beings should be living. And in this section, this is now different section, just to glorify the path of bhakti, especially the chanting of holy name. Narad Muni is narrating his own story, his own life story, that how he was a great Gandharva, very beautiful Gandharva. His body was very much attractive in Gandharva Lok, and because of his mistake, he fell down. He was cursed by Prajapatis that he should be born in family of Sudras. So, and then Narad Muni, we know that in the first canto, because he got the association of Bhakti Vedantas, 4 Bhakti Vedantas for 4 months, Chaturmas, and by utilizing that benediction of association, Narad Muni became a immortal sage. Immortal sage, the constant associate of the Lord, always engaged in preaching work. Krishna says in Gita that who is the most dear to him is a person who distributes his message to each and everyone. So such confidential task was given to Narad Muni, and whose life was in turmoil before he got the association of Bhakti Vedanta. So we say that every sage has a past. Oh, sorry. Every sage has a past, and every sinner has a future. So it's like that. So in this section, actually, the holy name is glorified here, and the whole this chapter, Prabhuji might have, Radhika Vallabhu might have spoken surely. So how the different categories of brahmanas are there, and among all the brahmanas, who are the best brahmanas? The best brahmanas are those who are into the yoga marg, either Gyan Marg or Bhakti Marg. So in Gyan Marg and Bhakti Marg comparison, also Bhakti Marg brahmanas, they are superior. So it begins with the brahmanas who are engaged in fruitive activities. They simply worry about the material benedictions, material sense gratification, and even also the prosperity of the society, that how society can be prosperous by doing so many yagyas. But they don't know the ultimate goal of the Shastra. They just do these ritualistic activities. So this is not going to free a living entity from entanglement of this material world. That may bring out some prosperity in the world, but not the salvation of any living entity. So then there are some other brahmanas who become engaged in austerity. So they are called Vanprastha, austerity and penance, Vanprastha. And then some more like to read scriptures more and explain others. Then they are called brahmacharis, brahmanas, brahmacharis. They like to read scripture and explain to others. And then again some like to give up everything, renounce everything, and take to the path of some yoga. So these are so we all belong to the path of yoga. We are not simply reading some scripture and telling others. We are doing devotional service. So that is the highest thing. And then Narad Muni explains that actually how different Shraddha has to be performed, and one should not spend a lot of money in Shraddha and not elaborating the Shraddha ceremony. Simply, activity should be that offer Vishnu Prasad, Krishna Prasad to the forefather. Don't offer meat. Those who are advanced in knowledge, they should not offer meat to Pitras, to forefathers. They should offer Vishnu Prasad. And then again, who should be given charity? The charity should be given to those brahmanas who are in renounce order. Sannyasis and brahmanas who are in renounce order, or who are in the path of devotional service, they should be given, because the devotional service or yoga marg, they are all considered to be the path of renunciation, nivritti marg. And if in absence of these brahmanas, if you don't find any devotee or some yogi, then you can give to brahmana who is also doing some karma kanda. You can also give charity to those people. And then the elevation of different people in the society, how they can be elevated. So ultimately, it was decided that the bhakti is the best thing, which can elevate any person from any stage. To corroborate this fact, Narad Muni is narrating his own story, that how he became Sudra and he got uplifted. So Prabhupada, in previous purport, he mentions that what is the problem in this age. Because in this age, so first Narad Muni was a playboy. He was born in a Gandharva family, and he was very handsome, and he used to see those who are handsome, they will spend a lot of time in becoming more handsome. If somebody has riches, he will work more hard to gain more riches. Actually, everybody in this world is looking for what he has, he wants to increase it more. If somebody is intelligent, then he will look for jnana more. If somebody is devotee, he will increase his devotional service more. So, because he wants to become happy in that way. So Narad Muni was handsome, and so he was attracted to many women, and so therefore he was quite lusty. And here it's mentioned that how he went into the assembly of this Prajapatis, demigod. Many all people had come, great, even Brahma, I think Brahma was also there in that assembly. Glorified Supreme in assembly of demigods. So means a big assembly was there where they had arranged for a kirtan. Let us have a kirtan. So Prabhupada clearly mentions this kirtan is belonging to only the Lord. Shravanam kirtanam Vishnu. The kirtan should not be Kali kirtan, Shiva kirtan. No, this is not allowed. So Narad Muni was a playboy, and he was in association of lusty women, and he was also lusty, and then he started singing some glorification of demigods, or Prabhupada says that he started singing some filmy song. So Prabhupada mentions कि in Brahmana, Kshatriya and Vaishya family, which are cultured family, this culture of living is already there, that they should not free mix with a woman, or woman should not free mix with a man. This is a culture in India. It's quite, right now also it's there. But why we see nowadays that people are mixing more? The Prabhupada mentions here, because they are not trained in a spiritual culture, or cultural education is not there. They are not being trained at schools or at education institute in this way. So if there is no cultural education, there is no spiritual training, so then what will happen? Prabhupada says that these people, even Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, if they are not trained properly, they will also become Sudra. And Sudra means they will free mix. So the more mixing is observed means they are all Sudra people. All Sudra people. Because, so we'll discuss about it more ahead. All these things. Because a man is understood to be a butter, and female is understood to be fire. So if a butter is brought closer to a fire, even the butter is kept thousands of years in the fridge, but again it will melt. So this signal man gets, this signal woman also gets, okay, we are getting attracted unnecessarily to each other. So immediately this culture of keeping distance, culture of respect, culture of observing one's own duty and not free mixing has to be observed. So, but Prabhupada says that because of a lack of such training, all of them have become manda sumanda matayo. They are all manda. Manda means lazy. Lazy for not for material work. They are lazy for spiritual work. So they don't want training. Nobody wants a training at schools or colleges, such trainings. Nobody wants. अभी क्या सिखाना है? अभी बस सिखाओ how to work hard and how to enjoy sense gratification. This is the whole sole goal of these people. So like that. Mandabhagya. And then Prabhupada said that then they become Mandabhagya. How they become Mandabhagya? Because if the person is not trained, then what he will attain in the life? He will unfortunate. So many sinful reactions he will accumulate and he will suffer. And he will not know why I am suffering, why I am suffering. You are suffering because you are not trained properly. So once a person grows up and then training starts, then what he will do? Nothing he can do. Because he has grown up now. So we cannot teach the old tricks. So old tricks or the sanskar has to be given at the early age. Therefore, Kaumara, Charit, Pragya, Dharman, Bhagavatam. So that thing is there. So, Srila Prabhupada, so about the holy name, so two things we'll observe today. One thing about the holy name, another thing about this lust. First we'll discuss about the holy name. So Srila Prabhupada mentions here that Sankirtan means the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. The Hare Krishna moment is not a new moment as people sometimes mistakenly think. So this is correct. Many times devotees may also think, अरे ये Hare Krishna moment अभी भी चालू हुआ है 50 साल पहले. So this verse gives us the faith that no, this Hare Krishna moment is already there. Means the kirtan moment may not be there, but the kirtan is there. The method is there. Method for glorifying the Lord is already there in the scriptures as well as in the different planetary systems. It's there. So they also understand. That's why in the 6th canto, when in Lord Indra, he committed basically offense against his guru, Brihaspati. So then he was chastised by Lord Brahma, and Lord Brahma suggested him, you take the Vishwarupa as your next guru. And then when Indra understood again that this Vishwarupa also was a biased person, he was not helping only Indra, he was also helping Asuras. Because Vishwarupa was born from Twashta, who was basically the father of demigods, Twashta, for some demigods. But the mother of the wife of Twashta was not from the demigods. She was a demon's side. So then he had an attachment for a demon and demigod also. So he was silently giving oblations for the benefit of the demons also. So Indra came to know, immediately took out his sword and chopped off his 3 heads. And first problem was he offended his guru because of his neglect and pride. Second offense because of his anger. And Brahmaji had already told him that you have to be tolerant because he had some soft side for his demons also. So you should not become angry. But he again became angry. And then he got again Brahma Hatya. And then Vitrasura was born. Twashta, to take revenge, he produced Vitrasura. Now this Vitrasura, he charged against Indra to kill him. That time, the saintly people, because he then went to the Dadichi Muni and got this Vajra. So then they were encouraging him ki you just kill this Vitrasura. Kill. Why? Because if you kill, all of our problem will be solved, and then whatever offenses we will do, we will finish off by chanting the holy name of the Lord. So that time the names of holy name of the Lord is glorified that time. But what was the problem? Namno yasya hi namno balad yasya hi papa buddhi. They were committing sin on the strength of holy name. No problem. We can chant holy name and get free from all offenses and sins. But first to commit offense, then we will get free later. And that's why that holy name became powerless. That holy name did not act because it was offense. And so after killing Vitrasura, Indra has to run and hide himself for 1,000 years in the lotus of where Lakshmi, Mansarovar, Lakshmi ji stays. So he stayed there, he was fasting for those many years. 1,000 years he was fasting only. To get relief from his sins. So he was performing austerity, remembering the Lord. So then he got purified by that. So but the thing is that his sins were not finished off by chanting of holy name or by doing yajna because he had committed offense. So we can also see that holy name as a panacea for cleansing one's sin and offenses is already there, even in the demigod loka. And here also we can see, to glorify the Lord, they have all gathered together in assembly. So Yamaraj, we see it in the 6th canto, how the Yamaraj glorifies the holy name. So when Yamaraj understood that his all Yamdutas have gone to wrong place, they have just so this Yamduta, when they saw Vishnu Dutas, Ajamila, we know the story of Ajamila. Ajamila chanted Narayan. So he was calling his son, he was not calling Narayan. So it was neither direct or indirect. It was totally assumed that Lord assumed that he is calling me. It was mercy of the Lord. It was neither direct holy name nor indirect holy name. So because he did not knew only he is calling Lord. So then Lord took the benefit that okay, he is calling me. So then Lord sent his 4 Vishnu Dutas to protect him. And then these 3 Yamdutas were chastised, actually threatened by Vishnu Duta, don't touch him, else we will take some action on you. So then they got frightened, and then they started discussing what is dharma, what is adharma. So the Yamdutas, they said dharma means so he said that whatever is given in Vedic literature is called dharma. Vedo paranito dharma, adharmastad viparyayaha. So adharma means what is not in Vedic literature, what is prohibited, that is adharma. And what is dharma? Which is mentioned in Vedic literature according to one's work and guna. One has to execute activity. One has to become Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So the activities are given, how to perform the activities and get purified. So that is dharma. Now this Brahmana, he committed so many sins. So how can you say he is not adharmic? No. So then they started discussing about the transcendental dharma. Transcendental dharma means chanting of holy name. So these Vishnu Dutas, they were not educated in this. So then what happened? Then they were frustrated. Is there anyone who is more superior than Yamaraj in this whole universe? Who can decide? Who can decide that who should be punished, who should not be punished? We till now heard only about from Yamaraj only. And now some other personality is coming and saying something. So they had not seen such effulgent personality ever before. So, but they were powerless. They understood that we have to leave this place, otherwise we will be beaten by these people. So then they left in frustration. And they directly went to Yamaraj and started asking, is there anyone other than you who is also supreme here? So Yamaraj said, what happened? Then Yamaraj understood, kya hoga inke sath. Then Yamaraj begged forgiveness from the Lord. So Yamaraj understood that, oh, I sent my servants to catch one devotee. He was not a devotee, but because he got a benefit of assumption by the Lord Narayan that, okay, he chanted my name and so therefore he became devotee. But the one fact with Ajamil was very good, that he did not commit any offense against any Vaishnava. This was a very rare actually. So, Falena Parachayit. So, how Ajamila got free from all sins? So, Acharya mentions, Prabhupada mentions, not that the last chanting freed him from the sin. No, the last Narayan. No. When he started chanting only, that time only sins became zero. Then how he was again committing sin, or the tendency did not go away. So, Acharya says like Prabhupada mentions that a fig, a plant is sown, the seed is sown in the ground, and then it takes some time to give the fruits. So, but it is certain that the seed is sown in the fertile ground, water is put, and it will grow and give the fruits. In the similar way, it was certain that holy name had already been chanted and the sins are already destroyed. Only result was awaiting. Like sometimes person may write some IIT exam, and then he is a very good person, very intelligent, and still he will be thinking, I will come first or second or third. but he has already come first, but the result has not been declared. So just by his activity everything was decided, but he does not know. In the similar, Ajamil did not know, and he did not get the, and therefore Ajamila was not suffering his reactions also, the sinful reactions, because the holy name was not allowing him to suffer. Holy name already destroyed all future and past, all reaction finished. So he did not commit any offense. That was the main thing. And so, how to know that he did not commit offense? Because of the last holy name. The last holy name called all the Vishnu Dutas, 4 Vishnu Dutas, and then they said that his holy name was a Namabhas. Namabhas means offenseless chanting, and therefore he has cleared off all his sins. So there is no question of sins. Acha, if someone chants the holy name, so we know the 3 stages: Nama Prad, Nama Bhas, Suddha Nam. So Nama Prad means the chanting of holy name with offenses, and Nama Bhas means chanting of holy name offenseless, and Suddha Nam means chanting of holy name in pure love. Suddha Nam. So two chanting are only 2 words are okay. It is said one chanting will finish up all karma, other chanting will give love of God. 2 names is only sufficient for one to perfect the life. एक से पूरा पाप खत्म, दूसरे से प्रेम आ जाएगा. लेकिन हम लोग को तो बहुत साल हो गए. So we have to understand our aparadhas are there not in this life than previous lives. So अपराध से समय लगता है. At the same time, Lord also does not give the result immediately, because we will become proud. So he also makes us learned in devotional practices, humble in devotional activities, tolerant in association, and also a gentle devotee. So he allows us to grow along with he has kept the result with him. Like a father, sometimes when a son earns money, he goes to America. We are all in America. So when Indian goes to America in previous times, so then the boy, he may spend extravagantly all the money. So then father says, beta, just send your half of your money to me. I need something, so I want to keep it for myself. And then beta think, Arey, what father, I have come here and you are taking my half money. And then the father had different motive. He does not want to spend. He wants to keep. And so then when this son comes back and gets married, so at that time the father hands over that whole money with all bank interest to the wife and to his son. Okay, now earlier I could have given you the liberty to use all money. You could have simply squandered all money. So now, because you gave me money, I reserved it into bank and we got the interest. Now because you have wife now, so this money will be utilized properly, because you are police now. The wife is like a police. Where you are using the money or where the money going. So money will be utilized only for family. So therefore, so father. So in the similar way, Krishna, when he sees that we become responsible in bhakti, so then he gives the result like that. Otherwise, everywhere will start beating the drum. I became devotee. In 2 days I became devotee. Just see. What? And then it may happen, we may start committing sin also. So therefore, so this is one thing. So the holy name, Nama Prad. So Nama Prad basically, we every day chant 10 Nama Prad. So we have to be educated in that Nama Prad. And anyone who chants holy name attentively, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, all offenses are because of inattention, and inattention is also because of lack of enthusiasm to chant. So he said this Ussaha Nischayadhairya Tattat Karma Parvartanat Sanga Tyaga Sato Vritte Shadvir Bhakti Prasiddhyati. He says that there he writes 6 activities which can encourage bhakti. So this Utsaha is so important that I have to chant the holy name the best time. There is no best time, But still we are conditioned, we understand the best time is early morning for all of us. Holy name can be chanted anytime, but the best time is early morning. We all have experience. Early morning chanting. So the utsaha should be to chant early morning. The maximum number of rounds should be completed in early morning hours. Early morning means again before Brahma, in the times of Brahma Muhurta. Brahma Muhurta is 2 Muhurta, 48 plus 48. 1 hour 30 minute time before sunrise. So then if 6 o'clock is sunrise, then 4:30 is beginning of Brahma Muhurta. So 4:30 onwards we can chant. So as many rounds if we chant, the benefit of chanting will be there with all of us throughout the day. So that will make us attentive. So choosing the time of our chanting is very important. Now for mothers who are engaged in cooking at their homes, how to get time. So just find out how to do that. Early morning wake up and then early sleep in the night. In the similar way, the married people like husband, they should also not come late. If there is nothing to do at company, come back and sleep early so that all family can sit together and chant. This will be good inspiration for children and the wife and for oneself. So spiritual life is a responsibility not of one person but of the whole family. It is very, very important. Like we preached to congregation in Pune. So one time I went. So there was one Mataji, she was very enthusiastic to chant, and she said to me, Prabhuji, I can chant 16 rounds without fail. But before that I have to sleep early. But I cannot sleep because my husband comes late. And why my husband comes late? Because of his whimsical nature. So then we discussed with husband, we told, why don't you come early? So he said, I will never come because I want to earn money, and whenever I come home I lose enthusiasm of earning money. So I want to remain with those people who always think about money. So he was not devotee actually. Wife was trying to become devotee. So he said, I will never come. मेरे को पैसा कमाना है, 2 साल का टारगेट है, 2 साल में इतना पैसा कमा लूँगा, बाद में देखूंगा क्या करना है. So then this person comes late and then he says, oh, खाना बनाओ, खाना गरम करो. Even he comes sometime 11 o'clock. So then whole family get disturbed actually. And then he wakes up late. His son also does not get trained. Son also start making so many pranks, troubling mother. The reason is why? Because father is not responsible actually. Mother is responsible for training children when they are small. They nourish them through their bodily sacrifice, love. But father is responsible for disciplining the child. If father spends a lot of time in job only, there is no time for disciplining, or he does not know how to discipline, then the child will trouble everyone. So this is very, very important. So the father has to wake up early. He has to also make his child wake up and then engage in devotional activity. So then the whole family becomes devotional. Very, very important. So in this way. So when we chant attentively with the knowledge of Shastra, so then offenses are almost nil. Nil ho jata hai, khatam hota hai. And then we can come to the Namabhasi stage. Namabhasi is offenseless chanting. And Prabhupada mentioned sometimes devotees chant offensive, sometimes non-offensive or offenseless. So that may happen up and down until we are purified in the whole process. So Yamaraj, he begs forgiveness from the Lord. But my Lord, sorry, please forgive my servants. I have sent them to catch up a devotee. So Sukadeva Goswami mentions that actually the holy name can finish off all the sins. The Sankirtan moment is most auspicious in the whole universe. So anyone who constantly chants and hears the holy name of the Lord, he can cleanse his dirt from his heart. But one cannot achieve such purification by performing the Vedic rituals. No. Vedic rituals, kitne bhi saal karo, how many years you may do, but you cannot purify yourself. No. Means a person, as we know, any path cannot become successful. Any yoga path or any karma path, unless there is a Vishnu involved, devotion is involved. So any ritualistic performance, the person has to understand about the Supreme Lord and His glories. Then only he will be purified. Until then, his purification is very minimal, and he will not be purified totally. So devotees who are chanting and hearing, they always enjoy the honey from the lotus feet of the Lord coming in the form of the rasa, the katha. So not only chanting but also hear the katha of the from the so many devotees. This is so important. By hearing katha, we get the faith in the devotional activities, and it's so important. Every day we should hear, because we by nature are manda in Kali Yuga. So we should force ourselves to hear the katha, to hear the holy name at the good time. So like a man in America, women also, they always learn how to invest money so that we can get very good return later. So they think like that. In a similar way, spiritual activity also has to be cultivated in that understanding. Ki how I should progress so that I can get better return from spiritual life. So like one simple example, like money is there, money. So how the money should be utilized? So 3 bank accounts should be there. How the 3 bank account? One is current bank account, means the kharcha karna. So we have to spend money. We all know that. Then one is saving. Saving means it is for future. And one is for spiritual life, next life account. So in present life, one account is for current, other is future, and then next life. So next life, that's why people do charity, that's why people do Krishna consciousness, because you may get the all benefit of our activities in next life. We may go to come back to Godhead, or even if you're born in material world, again good family, good riches, everything will be good. Suchinam sarmatam gehe, yoga brashto bhi jayate. So you're born in a Brahmin family or aristocratic family. So the account should be like that. So one should think, okay, now somebody may ask why I need to have current and saving account. Now in India earlier, the government had a pension system where they used to cut the money, some part of money, and they used to accumulate that money, keep it in bank, and later they used to give in pension. So they stopped for time, and again they have started doing something. Again they have started. So they have started in other sense, means they will take the money and put in share market. Gambling kuch to karenge, some gambling kind of. Okay, but anyway, and then they will give back that money in the old days. So why it is important? This is psychology actually. Like somebody taking the loan. It is said that one should not take loan. Jitna chaddar utna hi pair phailana chahiye. But in modern times, the things are very costly, and all people cannot have that much money to pay. So what happens when the money is cut from the current account, EMI? So like if you take a mobile in your hand, its mobile is very light, but you keep holding the mobile for a long time, you will feel that this lighter mobile is also very heavier. Why? Because you are holding it for a long time. In the similar way, when money is taken from our current account, every month it is cutting. So then pressure comes in mind. Arey har mahine cut raha hai, then I have to earn more money. So the whole understanding, then the person start working more and more to just pay the loan. So what is the intelligence here? Because how material life can also be happy. The material life can be happy when the resources which we have, resources divided by desires, is happiness. So our desires should not be too many. Otherwise, you increase your resources first, then you desire. Like if somebody wants to purchase something, then first accumulate money in the saving, and then later you, with the interest of that money, you may pay the EMI. So then you are free. Chalo udhar se ja raha paisa, mere current se to nahi ja raha. I am not too much burdened right now, like lifting a mobile for a long time. So then what happens? If a saving is there, saving interest is used for paying the loan, or even the saving is used for paying the loan, so then the person is not too much taxed every month. So this is a psychology actually. That's why you find why these people have made credit card and this immediate money transaction or GPay, because if you carry the cash in your hand, anybody who carries cash, he always feels, a lot of money is going away, so let me bargain. But when it comes to using money through GPay or other sources, we don't bargain. अरे तुरंत बैंक से निकालो, तुरंत पेमेंट कर देते हैं हम लोग तुरंत, because we don't have cash money. So that feeling does not come much that I should bargain. So this is like they have made a lighter version. You spend money also, don't realize also, but when you have cash, you realize. So see, this is cheating actually. So like that, people spend lot of money. They think that अरे बैंक से कट रहा है, हमको कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. This is again psychology. So in this way, the earlier principle was, if you have savings, then use the interest of your savings to pay your loan. So you should not be troubled in your day-to-day life, or you'll be so much taxed. Otherwise, the person start working hard more and more to pay back that loan. बहुत फिर मेहनत करता है वो, and then his whole life becomes topsy-turvy. पैसा कमाना. So therefore, the satisfaction is a wealth for a peaceful mind, but it is poverty for a greedy mind. So one should understand this thing. Okay. So Harinam. So Padma Puran also says that one may easily practice chanting the hearing of the holy name of the Lord and become ecstatic in the spiritual life. And even somebody doing namaprad, no problem, just keep on chanting, the namaprad will be finished off. But knowledge should be there. So we should endeavor to chant attentively, with attentive chanting, and not committing Vaishnava prad and other some facts to be seen. See, holy name should not be used to glorify some person, like some mayor comes in the city and then we are chanting holy name for his pleasure. This should never happen. We can chant holy name to please the Lord, but we should never think that, okay, somebody is sometimes it happens, okay, some person is called and then we are glorifying him through the holy name. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. He should also chant. Like somebody say, this Prabhu had done this seva, let us chant holy name. So that Prabhu also should chant holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Because holy name is not to glorify anyone or anybody. It's only for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One should understand. And here the Narad Muni did what problem? So he thought that any filmy song or any demigod worship or any demigod kirtan is equivalent to holy name. So better I will chant demigod kirtan. This is a problem. A demigod kirtan can be for some demigod, but holy name is only for the Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna. That is not for anyone. So Krishna or Vishnu, they are not equivalent with the demigod. If somebody thinks that all the Devotees and Krishna is on equal platform, he is called Pashandi. Neither Shiva nor Brahma and nor any other demigods can equate with the Lord Vishnu. So their names also are separate. No Kali Kirtan, no Shiva Kirtan. I remember in India there is a place, Somnath temple. So some devotees went and they started singing Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Har Har Bolo Namah Shivaya. This is wrong thing actually. We can chant some Bhagavatam prayers. So when we are chanting, we are glorifying some god, demigod. That is not good. We can chant some prayers where, since the chanting is only for Vishnu, and other glorification of demigods which are given, okay, let other people do. Why devotee should do? Devotee is already in the path of the Bhakti Marg. Why devotee should do? So devotee can glorify Lord Shiva, Vaishnava Nam Yatha Sambho. Some Bhagavatam verses he can chant. So there are some glorification. But a specific kirtan should not be done for demigods. Very simple. Kirtan should only be done for the Lord. This one has to take care. Otherwise, Narad Muni example is given here. Okay. So this is about the holy name. We have some time left for. So the second part is a lust here. So every person has attachment and aversion in his life. Every person. One cannot get rid of such attachment and aversion. Krishna says, Raga dvesh mein muktestu indriya vishayesh charan. Atma ser vidhe atma prasadam adhigacchati. So one has to get free from raga and dvesh. And how this attachment and aversion comes. So first thing we should understand, according to third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, all the sins which a person does is impelled or forced by the lust only, Arjuna. Kama esha, krodha esha, rajoguna, samudbhava, mahasano mahapapma, vidyanam, iha vairinam. It is a vairi. Vairi means enemy of a practicing sadhaka. Always the lust makes one person do sinful activity. Now people understand lust means attraction between opposite sex. That is the highest understanding. But lust means desire to enjoy. What is prohibited, one has an adamant desire to enjoy, that is lust. So then lust, when it is regulated, Krishna says, I am that lust. Lust cannot be given up until one achieves Krishna Prem. Until one is fully Krishna consciousness, one cannot give up lust fully. It is not possible. Prabhupada mentions in second chapter of Gita, unless one is fully Krishna conscious, he cannot control his senses. Not possible. And senses are impelled by the lust to act. So therefore, regulate it. So then, Vivaha Sanskar. Vivaha Sanskar is there, marriage, to regulate the lust. And Krishna says, I am that lust. When it is regulated, Krishna accepts that I am that lust. When it is not regulated, Krishna says, I am not that. The sinful tendency or the sinful activity which is happening, I am not that, this is lust. Mr. Lust is doing. And when the same is regulated, Krishna is saying, I am that lust. So basically Krishna says that I have regulated the lust in Vedic literature, and you follow that, then that will elevate you. That will control your senses and purify you gradually. But if somebody does not follow, then he becomes an animal, unrestricted, irresponsible life. He is an animal actually. So then he will be punished by the Yamdutas or by the laws of nature, very stringent laws of nature. So the 2.62 shloka says, Dhyayato Vishyan Pumsa Sangasya Supajayate, Sanga Sanjayate Kama. 2.63 says, Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha. Samohat Smriti Vibrama, Smriti Brahmasat Buddhi Naso. Now the 2.62 is a attachment and 2.63 is aversion, Rag and Dvesh. So basically the Rag and Dvesh are born from the desire to enjoy only. Rag and Dvesh are born from the desire to enjoy only. And that is lust. So when somebody is getting the lust fulfilled, desire to enjoy, then his lust increases more and more. That is 2.62. And when he gets frustrated, his lust is not getting fulfilled, then he become angry, he becomes averse. So they are both coming from same. So therefore, what holds our success in life is not most of the time the outcomes, bad expected or undesirable outcomes, but it's our attachment to what is not success, and it's our aversion to what is success. This is the problem. So like person may be attached, like a simple example I gave just now, like a family man, he wants his family to be happy, and then happy family is a success, but he spends more time in earning money because he's attached to earning money and he's averse to giving time to family. So he's attached and averse. Same desire, because he wants to enjoy, so he's attached and averse. So one desire only produces these two directions. And so therefore, what is happening? He is not happy. So many heartbreaks in family. So therefore, he should understand that I am attached to something which is not success. So people think only money. And then they don't follow some dharma in the life, or they don't give time in relationship or other things. So then they are averse to something, or they are not getting time. They are averse. So therefore, this is found in every people who do mistakes, like Ravana. He was attached to Mother Sita. He wanted to enjoy Sita, and he was averse to hearing from his own well-wishers. Ravana, don't do this. You already have a very good wife, chaste wife, and so many other people are also, other ladies are also there. Then why you are going behind Sita? She is a wife of a powerful man, chaste wife. Don't touch her. But he was not ready. So he was attached and averse because he had desire to enjoy. In a similar way, we say the children, you get success in your life, and then simple, this is not enough. The child becomes, again, because he was given a desire from parents, you have to become successful, and success means good marks. Good marks means then you will become attached to good marks, and he will become averse to losing marks, or he will become averse to following the right method to get the good marks, because he has a good marks, good marks, good marks, good marks, good money, more money, more money, more money, more money. So people go through this rag and dvesh in their life. So how to finish off? Arjuna was also rag and dvesh. Arjuna, what was the rag? I love my family members. That was the attachment. And I don't want to fight. He was averse to his duty and he was attached to his family members. So therefore Krishna says, rag dvesh vimuktestu indriya vishayeschanan. You have to control your senses, Arjuna, becoming free from rag and dvesh. How to become free? By the training under the spiritual master. The spiritual master trains a person. He says, like we know, ब्रह्मचारी गुरुकुले वसंतांतो गुरुहितम आचरण दासवन नीचो guru sudra sohrida. So guru, he says to disciple, you bring all items and give to me, and then you live your life like that, and I will give you some whatever you needed. So like this, the disciple may think, अरे मैं सब कुछ गुरु को लाके दे रहा हूँ, how I will enjoy? So guru controls his attachment and aversion. He is averse to serving guru and he is attached to sense enjoyment. So then guru says, okay, you give it to me, I will take care, you just do your seva. This is called training. So in our beginning days, if we get training of this that how we have to control our attachment and aversion by the instruction of a spiritual master, so then gradually what happens, one gets trained कि कितना कहाँ पे, where we have to put our endeavor more, where we have to put our endeavor less. Means he, like somebody is not liking to get up early in the morning, he is averse to waking up, and he is very much attached to working hard till late night. So he needs a instruction of guru. You don't do this, is it wrong? Why you are doing this thing? So attachment and aversion cannot be finished unless one surrenders to guru. It is important. And the whole bhakti process also begins with the same guru process. Ado guru pada ashraya. So any spiritual process begins with a tad viddhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. This is like that. So then this attachment and aversion can be finished off. Like Amrish Maharaj. What is the example? When he was challenged by Durvasa with his anger and fiery demon, he just folded his palm and prayed to Lord Vishnu, whatever you like, my Lord, let it happen. I am simply your servant. And so you find he was free from attachment and aversion fully. He was not attached to his body. He was just attached to serving the Lord. And when it comes to Durvasa Muni and Vishwamitra Muni, so they were attached to their personality, to their respect, to their pride, and so therefore they fell prey to the lust in the form of anger and pride. And so therefore, unless one surrenders to a bona fide guru, it becomes difficult to control such attachment and aversion in one's life. Okay, I have taken 1 hour almost. So, any question?
Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for such a beautiful class. Very grateful to you. I really liked many points from your class, Prabhuji. You told us how we have to chant attentively, how to manage the time, how to manage the family, how to manage money. So many concepts, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for such a detailed class. I really like the point that you said is satisfaction is a wealth to the mind. Greedy is a poverty to the mind. Is it right? I remember right, Prabhuji.
Satisfaction is a wealth for a peaceful mind, and it is a poverty for a greedy mind.
Okay. Yeah, that's really nice, which is good for meditation. Yeah, we always hanker because we are not satisfied. As long as you are satisfied with whatever you have, you are happy. You don't worry. You don't endeavor too much for wealth. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And also for the other luxury things. Okay, I'm happy with whatever I have, then it's good for me. So I don't want it to think about, oh, I want to buy this or I want to buy that. I'm not worried about that. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very grateful to you. And at the end, you are talking about how we have to surrender to the Guru. Only by surrendering to Guru, then we can progress in our spiritual life. Thank you, Prabhu. I don't have any question. We have one raised hand. Sudhakar Prabhu, please go ahead with your question.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
It was a beautiful lecture about the two topics, particularly the holy names and the lust. I have a few questions on the holy names. Correct me if I'm wrong. What I understood or heard from your lecture is saying that we should only chant for or glorify for the God, not for the demigods or for anybody, right? And same thing for the kirtans. That should be only for the God, not for the demigods.
So
Maybe I don't know.
okay.
My question is sometimes, most of the times, I don't know, but we say Hare Krishna Prabhu for any. So is it like saying the glorifying the God and calling glorifying the Guru? For example, I call you Hare Krishna Prabhu. So is it something? Is it chanting or what? Is it something different? That one I really I got confused at that point of the time. If you could clarify, we try to address. No, like people say Hare Krishna Prabhu or Radhe Radhe, right? They take the names of the God, Hare Ram. Is it just become like a ritual, or is it something really we need to do? Like when we say Hare Krishna, we really need to concentrate on the God. So in this context, when you say it is aparad or some sort of this thing, if you can elaborate, it will be better.
Okay. So when we offer obeisances to other Vaishnava, it is said we are not offering obeisances to body of a Vaishnava, but the Paramatma who is residing in the heart of a Vaishnava, we are offering obeisances. Means we are offering obeisances to the Lord. Okay. So this when Lord Shiva was sitting in the Daksha Yagya, means assembly of Daksha. So Daksha came and see Lord Shiva did not get up. But Lord Shiva was meditating upon the Lord and he was offering obeisances to the Lord. So then Daksha said, Are you are not getting up and offering me obeisances. That time Prabhupada also writes that actually obeisances should not be offered to a body or some person. It should be offered to the Lord. And so he was already doing that, Lord Shiva. But he thought because he was in bodily conception, ki mere ko offer, I am a Brahmana and he is my damad, so he should offer me obeisances. So like that. So first thing, this body itself is a dead body. What is residing in the body is the Atma and Paramatma. And Atma is a part and parcel of the Lord. So offering obeisances to the whole means the Krishna. Also obeisances goes to the Atma. Yes, because he is also part of the Lord. So therefore the mantra is basically here also Vancha Kalptaruvesha when we say. So basically we are offering the paraphernalia of the Lord, the devotee, but we are not disconnecting it from the Lord. We are offering in connection with the Lord. So basically the obeisances is direct to the Lord here. When it comes to demigod and specific kirtan of demigod, so what happens, it is for material purpose, like somebody glorifies somebody. So demigods are kept in this world for what purpose? They are given more power so that they provide the facilities to the living entities and their material desires will be fulfilled. And that's why the praise are given in the scriptures for demigod. You praise this demigod, you will get this benedictions. You praise this demigod, you get this benediction. So, but the kirtan, Prabhupada many times mentions, no Kali kirtan. So, I have to satisfy my demigod, why can't I do? The Prabhupada said, no, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. Kirtan केवल विष्णु के लिए बोला गया है. कीर्तन मतलब क्या है? This is because of lack of spiritual culture. So people are making many songs. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Hare Hare Bolo Namah. They are making many things. So therefore people don't understand कि अरे ये कीर्तन किसके लिए करना? Kirtan only for Vishnu, not for others. Others के लिए some prayers can be chanted, some mantras in yagya is there. You can chant mantra, no issue. You want to get some benediction, okay? You chant mantra. And also kirtan means what? First understand what do you mean kirtan. Kirtan means what? Basically it is to please the Lord, glorify the Lord, and it is done without any motivation. It is just to please the Lord. Like we are chanting Hare Krishna. Why we are chanting? We want to serve the Lord, we want to please the Lord. But when you mix up kirtan with singing of other demigods, So why you want to please demigod? What is your relationship with the demigod? The whole thing comes. Oh, he's a Vaishnava. He's a Vaishnava. Then glorify Lord directly, na? And then Vaishnava will also be glorified. Directly Bhagwan को glorify करो. जैसे हम प्रभुपाद को जय प्रभुपाद, so we are glorifying Srila Prabhupada. But Prabhupada, he has taken shelter of Lord Vishnu. So like that. So separate glorification of demigods is not allowed. If you are glorifying some demigod in connection with the Lord, like that, where Lord is actually glorified and demigod is also glorified in that way, then it is okay, no issue, because Lord is getting glorified. But separate glorification kar rahe demigod ka, so that is not good. That is not allowed in the scriptures. The demigod, and so the karma kanda yagya, so the mantra is given, you chant, you swaha, swaha, this demigod, that. So that is not like a kirtan, that is just chanting some mantra and offering them some oblation. So that is like some rituals that we are doing. But holy name is not a ritual, once again. It's a service, it's not a ritual. Chanting of holy name, kirtan is a service to the Lord. So therefore it is mentioned, the name of demigod is not independent. The second offense, what? The name of demigod is not independent of the Lord's name. So if you are chanting, it has to be dependent on the Lord. It has to be dependent. So that's why you can chant the Rudra, what you call, in Bhagavatam comes Rudra prayer. So Lord Shiva is glorifying the Lord. So Lord Shiva is only glorifying the Lord, so we can chant those prayers. How Lord Shiva is glorifying the Lord. So we can chant those prayers, and like that the demigods also become pleased. By offering everything to the Lord, the demigod also become pleased. These are very subtle things actually, and according to the scriptures. The reason is, we may get diverted from the path of devotional service by glorifying, as in Maharashtra, Ganesha. They glorify Ganesh too much. What is Ganesh? Ganesh is a demigod who has taken shelter of Lord Narsimhadev. You glorify Narsimha and Ganesh together. Glorify. So whole prayer, like even in Sankaracharya, Jagannath Ashtakam is there. So Jagannath Ashtakam, he is praying also, Sankaracharya, ki let my, I should lose all my desires, I should simply serve you. So see, the devotee and the Lord is glorified in that whole prayer. But when that is prayer, when it comes to kirtan, kirtan is purely for the Supreme Lord. Only kirtan भगवान का ही करो बस, ऐसा. और जैसे अगर हमें किसी और का भी करना भी है तो वो in connection with the Lord should be. It should be in connection with the Lord. Direct connection with the Lord.
Okay, Prabhu.
जैसे
Got it.
हरिहर क्षेत्र है मायापुर में. हरिहर क्षेत्र में means one part is a Lord Vishnu, one part is a Lord Shiva. So we say हरिहर भगवान की जय, हरिहर भगवान की जय, जय हरिहरा हरिहरा. So what we are glorifying? We are glorifying the Lord and the devotee together. That is okay. But if you simply chant Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, this is not allowed. No. Here, where you may say Om means Supreme Brahman. Okay. Then we are understanding what you are doing. So this is little careful, honestly.
Okay. One small doubt, Prabhuji. Like when we say chant Hare Krishna maha-mantra and then kirtan. So what's the technical difference? The same maha-mantra, as we know, the people use as also kirtan and also chant, right? So in
Yeah,
which
chanting
perspective is it?
is chanting is said to be with a silent voice, means not too much loud, means very small not too much loud, small voice. And kirtan means it has to be done together and with a loud chanting. So loud chanting and not loud chanting. So that is, so simple chanting is not loud. It is simple, like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Oh, I can hear and 1-2 people can hear. But kirtan means it's a loud chanting. That is called kirtan, loud chanting. It has to be heard by many people, and many people can also come together and they can chant together. So that is called sankirtan. Means you are chanting with devotees. That is called sankirtan. And only kirtan means loud chanting, and only chanting means not loud chanting. Simply you can hear and 1-2 more, but ज़्यादा नहीं.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the question. Prabhuji, are you there? It looks like you're froze.
This mobile is there. You are able to hear me?
Yes, yes, we were able to get the answer, Prabhuji. I'm just asking, were you able to hear us now?
I'm able to hear you. This mobile from where I'm taking the network, it is getting some call from somewhere. So therefore, in between it some disturbance is happening. Okay,
Oh,
now
sure,
it's
sure,
okay.
sure. Yes, yes, Prabhuji, we can hear you now nicely.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, any more questions or any realizations? Please go ahead. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanva Pranams. Thank you for the very insightful class, Prabhuji. There were many, many like practical lessons from your class, which you reinforced. So very grateful for that, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. I don't have any questions at this point, but really grateful for your class. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Prabhuji, thank you so much for such a beautiful class. You covered in all aspects. Himangi Mataji, please go ahead with your question.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you for giving me the opportunity. Hare Krishna Prabhu, very beautiful class. Just some clarification. You mentioned the 3 bank accounts, current, saving, and spiritual, in reference to our material life. I couldn't quite understand how it applies to our spiritual life. So the current, saving, and
Okay.
spiritual.
Okay. So, see, when we live our life for family maintenance, we make 2 accounts: saving account and current account. And when it's spiritual means what? People forget that we have to also get some benefit of our money or our endeavor for next life also, because whatever benefit we are getting right now is because of our previous life, some piety we have done. So simply by doing hard work, one does not become rich, or one does not become happy. One has to also get a sukruti of previous life. That's why we are born in good family, good education happens, good body, and then no disease. All these are not because of our hard work in this life. No, it is because of our previous life piety. So then in the similar way, if I want to be happy in next life also, then I have to do piety. So I don't have time too much in Kali Yuga, nobody is teaching how to do piety. So then use the wealth, because we are working a lot for wealth. So use the wealth to make your piety in this life. How? By giving charity, by spreading Krishna consciousness. So that is the spiritual account that I will like. Prabhupada used to say 50%. 50% in our is very too much for many people see. So, okay, whatever percentage one wants to give, so just put that money in that account. This is spiritual account. Now this is spiritual account. I will use it for my yatra, for my deity worship, for donations, for any festival I celebrate at home. So I will use all this money from this account. So that money has to be separated. So this is spiritual money, spiritual process. So that spiritual money or all these things will help us to gain a good destination in next life. Good body, good thoughts, good education, Janma Ishwar Suti Sri bhi, all these things will be. So that is called spiritual. So therefore, धर्मस्य ही अपवर्गस्य न अर्थाय अर्थो कल्पते. It is mentioned that dharma should be for apvarga. Apvarga means, so dharma should not be for artha and kama. So artha and kama is for enjoyment in this life and okay, going to heaven, that can be there. But apvarga matlab what? To get rid of this world. Dharma should be performed. So dharma means our activities. So when we are performing some activities, whether I am planning for going out of this world, some activity. So okay, like Prabhupada, his Guru Maharaj said, preach the message. So Prabhupada thought in beginning, let me work hard and earn money, and then with that money I will spread Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada thought like that in beginning. So okay, so for Prabhupada this did not become successful because Krishna wanted him to give up everything, and so his business failed. But for all of us it's not like that. For all of us this is like a karma yoga or working in devotional spirit. So whatever work we do, some money part should be for spirituality. With that spirituality we are helping ourselves, we are helping others to take up to spiritual life. So okay, I don't have much time to go to temple or sometime. to do many activities like service seva in the temple. So at least let us do in this way. Money should be separated. That's why in Gita, karma arpanam, the yoga path starts with the karma arpanam. We have to start giving the fruits of our activities. Then by giving the fruits of activity, we start rising in knowledge. And with that knowledge, we become free from all attachments. Therefore, the third chapter and fourth chapter. The fourth chapter is transcendental knowledge, and third is karma yoga. Karma means you give the fruits to Krishna or Brahman, whatever. So that's what called spiritual account. Spiritual account. And the saving account and current account, why I mentioned basically, so that we should not be inspired too much to earn money because we are spending a lot. So we should only spend when we have resources with us first. According to Vedic philosophy, उतना ही पैर फैलाओ जितना आपका चद्दर है. तो ज़्यादा पैर फैल गए और मच्छर काट रहे हैं, तो बोले अरे मच्छर काट रहे हैं तो फिर चद्दर बड़ा खरीदना पड़ेगा, है कि नहीं? तो ये तो सिंपल एग्जांपल है. बट आज के मॉडर्न लाइफ में पीपल जस्ट टेक लोन एंड डू सो मेनी थिंग्स, बट दे नेवर लुक बैक. दे थिंक ओके, लाइक समबडी इज अर्निंग 80,000 and then 60,000 he has to pay EMI. Only 20,000 he has to run his monthly chores, monthly expenditure. So in 20,000 he will be choked, and then he will think, "Arey, how can I live my life in 20,000?" So then he will be forced to work hard and earn money from other. So therefore the saving account means what? First you save money, and with the interest of your saved money you pay the EMI. Or the money should only go from savings, not from the current. Otherwise current से जाएगा तो हर दिन माइंड पे प्रेशर होगा कि अरे इतना पैसा जा रहा है, अभी और कमाना है. So then the person's life becomes topsy-turvy. That's why in Vedic times previously people used to keep themselves simple. If they have money, if they have savings, they will take up things. If they don't have savings, they will think, okay, this desire I will fulfill after 5 years. Let me first have resources. But now people, what they do, they just purchase the thing and they start paying from their monthly. और उसके बाद उनको इतना प्रेशर होता है, पूरा दिन वर्क करते हैं, होल डे दे वर्क बिकॉज दे से EMI लिया ना, EMI पेमेंट करना है, ये करना, ये पेमेंट, वो पेमेंट, क्रेडिट कार्ड. सो आई सेड ना, क्रेडिट कार्ड सिस्टम ऑल्सो इन द सिमिलर वे. व्हेन यू हैव कैश इन योर हैंड, you feel very stingy in spending the one rupiah or the dollar. When you have money in bank, we think, "Arey, GPay kar do immediately." We don't worry about it. So this is a trick done by this all financial institutes, so that people spend a lot and they forget and they take loan also. But what is happening because of this? We are working hard and harder whole day and night. So today expenditure capacity of everyone has increased because of this reason, because of so much easy methods for spending money, credit cards, then GPay or taking loan. So banks, they are all scrutinizingly making all such scams that what you call scam, or you can say that some plans that how to take away the money of the people from their pockets. Just give them some commodity and take the money immediately as early you can take it. Or put them in some process of loan so that they have to pay money, and when the pressure will come to the mind, then they will earn more money like that. तो ये सब हमें समझना है actually. This is cheating actually. That's why I gave another example. The father used to take the money from the child and say, "Don't spend, only 50% I will keep and later I will give you." He gave later. So that was saving. So in India, this earlier culture was in government job, they used to save money, and when he will be retired, that money was given by government. And see, this is so important. Today, those who are government job, they had done earlier, so they get 50-60,000 pension, retired life, and they are getting pension. Very good, because they did not spend that money. This was kept by government. So government was working like a father in previous times. But now government is or the private institute, they are working like a dasyu, lutera. They want to take away the money through tax or by making the people to spend a lot of money, EMI, this plan, that plan. So not only we have to live a spiritual life, but we have to also balance our material life. It is like that. So resources divided by desires. If desires are too many, resources are less, then gone. Material happiness also gone. Okay. I think I could speak something.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very, very insightful, very helpful. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for beautiful answer. So true. The money, when you spend with your own hand, you will feel, oh, now 200 rupees is gone, 800 rupees is gone. But because of this e-cash, we are not able to figure it out. When you go for shopping everywhere, you are scanning, scanning, scanning. At the end of the day, you come home, oh my God, this much I spent. But if cash is in your hand, you will know, you'll be very careful. I will not spend one more 100. But now, we are ending up like that. So true, Prabhuji. So true. It's very hard. E-cash, you don't know until and unless that month you have to pay again the bill for credit card. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very beautiful class and very practical class. Is there anybody, any more questions, any realizations? Yes, one chat message is there. Harita Mataji is glorifying the class, Prabhuji. Very insightful class. Yes, if there are no more questions or realizations, we can end the call here. I would like to offer my obeisances to Prabhuji and all the Vaishnavas assembled on the call.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo
Namo
namo
Namaha.
namaha.
Ananta
Ananta
Koti
koti
Vaishnav Vrinda
vaishnavim
ki
ki
jai,
jai,
Srila
Srila
Prabhupada ki jai,
Prabhupada ki
His
jai.
Grace Arjun Ishwar Prabhuji ki jai.
Jai.
और भक्त वृंद की जय. All
Jai.
devotees.
Gauranga.
Nityananda.
Nityananda.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. Thank you.
Oh, Ranga Nityananda.
Gauranga
Nityananda.
Nityananda. Thank you,
Nityananda.
Prabhuji. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you. Thank
joining.
you.
Thank you.